Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now ask our president, Dr. J. Colin Dodds, to come and introduce Jacob. Cheers.
Thank you very much. And before I do that, I want to thank you all for coming this evening, and thank you for the sponsorship and the support. And as I mentioned on the video clip earlier, I was introduced to Jacob and Jacob to Sumerius by a very good friend who said, you have to meet this young man. And we've seen through the videos, and I know many of you know him, of course, through the charity and the work that he's been doing. You really don't need too much introduction from me. But what I wanted to say that it was in this room a few months ago that we actually launched Jacob's book. And when I look at the theme this evening, and as I said on the video clip, one world, and our vision is one university, one world, yours. That shows a responsibility. And what Jacob has done, as you've seen, it's that hope that he has. And despite all of his, the issues he's had to face and the challenges, and you've seen that on the video, he has that confidence in the future and that hope. And one thing that didn't show on the video, because it was probably done before his daughter was born, because he talked about his two boys. And of course, just this month, Jacob and his wife have a little baby girl. Congratulations. And you know, he talked about his mother being that driving force for him. And he's named his little girl after his mother. And the English name is Heaven, because that's where his mother is. And again, that just shows that that undying commitment and that faith and that hope in the future. Because, you know, if you take away hope, what have you got left? And I think that's the message that I get very much from Jacob. So Jacob, we are waiting to hear you speak. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jacob Deng.
Well, 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 well. What an evening. It's tough. Life is tough. But when you celebrate life to share, like what we are doing tonight, we come back and say life is good. So let me say hello, and I want to thank Dr. Dodd for his nice word, mostly for supporting and believing in me and my dream. Thank you so much. You were introduced to by a very friend and mentor, Ruth Goldblum, and thank you. I want to thank TD Insurance for their kindly sponsoring this dinner. I want to thank the Alumni Association for putting together this amazing evening. And you who have taken time to come tonight to support Deng Wings of Hope. Thank you. I want to tell you a story, and you already, I think, got most of it. But I want just to stand and say, okay, imagine with what all you heard, the story you hear. If it was you, what could you do? If it were you, what could you do? I believe you need to say, well, I want to give back. Because so many things happen in this world, but if we don't remember our stories and lifestyle we went, we have so many different careers in this room. People born in different families. People do different things. That's who you are in this world. And if that's what you do is best because you're living that example. That's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to do. If we don't share what we go through in this world, we forget. That's a human nature. And we keep going on. And as we keep going on, everybody is keep getting hurt. That's why I am here standing up and tell Canadians, I think the solution for the people of the world is better to give them education. And that's why I value education. When I came to Canada, I have only two dreams. Is to get my education and help the people who are still, or children who are still in a refugee camp. I knocked one down. I have a bachelor degree in commerce in this amazing university. I'm still on road, struggling to see that school that I dreamed of to build in Duke-Padiet, where I was born. It's a lovely town, great people, and many generations have been living there. But we were living our own life. But today, the globalization and the standard of living of the world we are living in today have hit my village. We were living in a oral culture where everything was done orally. From your name to your grandfather's name to your clan to your tribe. But it's different today. It has changed. We have a model political where everything is in writing. You know what's going on in many parts of the world, which is called developing world. System and institutions have been built. But me, Jacob, I believe on people. I don't believe in institutions. If we don't empower people, all the problem can still happen. We have one system in the world, democracy. And a lot of people wrote book. It's not the best, but it's the only one we have. Fair enough. But really it's not doing so good in places like South Sudan, where 90% or even 95% are illiterate. They can't write or read. What do we have there? And you know that when people have no education, they are in position to be exploited. It happened to many countries. I will tell you the little bit of a story. Sudan, or South Sudan, is a very rich country. I don't know if it's good or bad. There's one disease in this world, oil. Some people think it's a blessing, but really we have seen in many countries around the world, it's not at all. There's so many countries which are rich, wealthy with oil money, but it's not doing good. I don't want to give an example for those countries. You know, we have it. We are along the Nile Basin. We can farm as we want. But we are very new in the system. We are a young country that has nothing. That war you have seen there, it was unfair. I can't believe how I survived even. Lucky me, I survived. Many of great people, great minds have been lost. To us who have survived like me, I'm victim. The war have ended now in South Sudan, but the wound and the pain of that war will never end. The only thing I feel should be done to the people in South Sudan is education. The school I'm dreaming to build, it will be different from the school you see. The light of my school will not be off in 6 o'clock whenever a kid go. It will be a school where children, parents, elders, and community will share the knowledge, share their cultures, preserve the culture, and protect the cultures. That is school I'm dreaming of. From today, we did a lot. And do you know how this dream, when I came, people come to my face, Jacob, you can't do this. You just came from refugee camp. You even don't have a bachelor degree. How can you start a charity? We know how Africa works. I'm like, no, you are wrong. You mistake it. It's not about degree. It's about the heart. What do you think? So I believe I'm a living example of people in my village. The first time I went home in 2005, because when I was going home, I'm like, no, I can't go with my hand. This is the country which people have been in civil war for 22 good years. And you are going to talk about the future. There is temporary need, emergency need. We start the goat campaign to go and give people hope. When I was in my village giving goat, people will come, oh, so you're giving goat to your family? I'm like, no, I'm giving goat to vulnerable people, widows, and family of children. Because I know there were some children there who are family, they don't have father and mother. They were killed during the war. They are going back where they call home with only their hand. They need hope. I know how little things make so much in people's life, and I did it. I don't want to bore you or go back of my story of the goat, and it's one thing I love. I didn't know where I got that energy. That was my turning point. And sometimes the way it started is in a classroom when my friend came one morning and told me, Jacob, next semester we are going to boarding school. And the tone in their voice, you will know they were telling something different. And I say, I will go too. And they're like, how will you go? You don't even have a parent. This is not a school you go for free. You have to have a parent to go and pay your school fees. But I say, I will go. And I left. I went and think that night, and I had an idea in the morning. I went back. I trade all what I have, my clothes and my school bag to Tumbaco. I got Tumbaco, go to another town, and trade them to goats. I had goats. Luckily enough, I came to Kenya, trade them back, and went to boarding school. But I knew I was taking a risk, a big risk. What can happen? Two things could have happened. Someone could have stolen my tobacco, or someone, I may get killed. But I knew if they're going to take away the tobacco or the gold I have, or my clothes, there was option, maybe to take a gun and go and fight. And the gun will give me food and security. Right now in South Sudan, there are two options. The option of a school is what we are trying here, that I'm talking here with you in Nova Scotia, to give the village in Dukpadiet a school so that the kids will choose that best option and not choosing the gun. Because right now you heard that there are internal problems. People, cattle raid, people are killing, robberies. Young men are taking gun when they reach primary school, there's no high school. Where will they get married? What will they do? They run around, go and get the gun, and rob people. That is not the option that I want the people go to. And you know that this is a country, when they were in their referendum, 98.8 voted for suppression. There are people who have a big hope in this thing. But if this hope is going to go down, or this big expectation without any help, I'm afraid maybe something big that we don't know may happen in this country, and we don't want it to happen. That's why I say my school that I want to build is not aid organization. It's not a charity, but it's to create opportunity for the long term. Because I know when I create my own opportunity, that's why I'm here in Canada today. If I could have not did that, I don't know where I could be today, or my children, where they could have been born. So, what I really would like to tell you is, thank you for for sharing with me, but there's more work to be done. More work to be done to build that school in Dukpadiet. And the way we can do it is like what you did tonight. I'm not really asking much, but I'm asking if you can share, because I know how much you already did. You believe in the dream that I have. And let me say, it happened, I finished in St. Mary's, but the story or history of St. Mary's is really no different with what I'm trying to do. This is school in 1802. One man has a dream, like I had, to give young people who are not getting opportunity to go to school. It was not easy. It was tough, but you can see it's a beautiful university with so beautiful building, beautiful people with a great skill that contribute to great province and great country. It's what I believe into, and that's why I'm proud to be part of this institution. And that's why I'm proud that I believe it will be a hard road to build this school, but I believe Deng Wings of Hope school will be built in Dukpadiet. And the dream that I share with St. Mary will be living in it. I see that. I know time is catching me, but this is an opportunity to share with you. This dinner tonight is a launch of Brick by Brick project, and is a single largest fundraising to date for Deng. I understand it is also the first time the Alumni fundraising event donate the fund to outside organization. Oh, thank you. Also, it's a long way to go, and any donation you can do, I know you have the card there in front of your table. You already make a big contribution, but make us close. Any donation will make us close to realize the dream. I would like also to thank each of you who come tonight to hear my story and share my dream. We have been together for just a brief time, but the result of this evening will bring a change that will last for generations. I am very proud to be part of St. Mary's University Alumni, and it brings joy to my heart to have this new community that I believe to be so supportive. I would like to leave you with one closing thought. As a boy, all I had was a hope. It was with a hope that I took a great risk to gain my freedom through education. Education is the key to a better world. And our generations will make a significant difference in the life of the little girl in Dukpadiet. I really want to say thank you, and many thank you, and I am very positive that you will share Deng Wings of Hope. You see, I'm creating an opportunity. I'm not doing something for short term, and that's what we need for the people of Africa. That's what we need for the young nation in Southern Sudan. And I believe very strongly, education opens eyes. Education brings hope and confidence. Education stops exploitation. We can do anything to change human life, but we can give them a tool and a skill they need to change their own life. And that's what I believe into, and that's what I want to share tonight. Let's create opportunity for people who cannot do it for themselves. As I was in refugee camp, I know the feeling. If Deng or my mom could have not guided me to do what I did, I think I will be like those children. And that's what I'm believing in, and that's what I have shared with you tonight. Thank you. Go home safe. And Deng.